wake up to Lee's daily delight. Coffee, talking, jokes, shining bright. But today's a different story, I'm afraid. Lee's not feeling well, his energy's delayed. He's sorry to say, his video's short and sweet. Just a quick hello can't make you repeat. He thought he had a good one, but now it's gone astray.
Good morning, friends. The time is 8:31 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 14th of July, 2025. And, of course, that's the 15th for my friends there on the other side of the planet, my friends in Australia, my friends all over Australia. Hello, Perth. Hello, Adelaide. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Gold Coast. Hello, Sydney. Hey, Paul, how you doing? And, of course, say it with me, my friends, hello, Melbourne! You know what? We just went over 6,000 members in Melbourne, Australia last week. It is the city with the most members around the world, Melbourne, Australia. Thank you for being awesome, Melbourne. But thank you to everybody out there. And I hope you're all doing amazing today. Thank you for making our group just incredible. My name's Lee. I'm the guy who started these groups. Well, I thought it was funny. There's two of them. Well, there's more than two, but there's two that are ours, the official ones. And you folks have made those groups just incredible. There's like 821,000 members in our community of these two groups. And and by the way, folks, I know who you are. You're you, and you're incredible. How do I know you're incredible? These groups were not incredible until you got here. These groups are incredible now. Let's do the math. Not incredible, you show up, incredible. You're the incredible part of that equation, my friends. So take a moment to pat yourself on the back and let me take a moment to say thank you to you, my friends. Thank you so very much for making us what we are. The funniest city on the internet. And why do I say that? We've got more people in these groups, in this community, than many cities have population. So I think that's a great way to put it. Funniest city on the internet. Population, us, my friends. Funny people. Funny place, and we're making people laugh. I am so sorry, but this is another one of those days where I feel like crap. This is carried over from yesterday. I've been sleeping horribly, and my acid reflux, which is, if anyone's wondering, and you're probably not wondering, I have something called, I'll say it wrong, I think it's called a hiatal hernia, something you're born with. And it really causes issue with acid reflux for a lot of people. I'm one of those people. And it's not one of those hernias you go get an operation for. It's just one of those things they just treat and you deal with. Well, I'm having a rough couple of days. I have not been eating particularly bad. This isn't actually coffee in my cup that I'm drinking today. As much as I love coffee, I couldn't drink it today. So I am feeling a little rough, and I do apologize. It's going to be a very short video. I got a couple things I want to share from my life, actually, today. And aside from that, I think that's about it. Of course, I've got some jokes. I recorded some jokes. My good friend Dave Knapp provided me with some jokes, so the joke segment is done. This is from an email he sent a few days ago, just chock full of great jokes, and I appreciate that. But I do have a couple of things I'd like to share with you today, some kind of cool things, so we're going to get into that. But before we get into that, I want to ask you a question. I want to know what's happening in your life today. I want to know what's going on. I'd love for you to share anything about yourself, about your life if you want to share, maybe about where you live. Talk to us about your city or town or your country if it's something unusual. I want to hear about you. I want to hear about your life. Why? I call us the funniest city on the internet, and I'm serious about that. We are the funniest city on the internet, but let's make us the friendliest city on the internet. I'd like to get a sense of community here, if possible. I might be just, barking up the wrong tree or whatever you want to call it. But I would love if some of you folks would share with us. Now, we have folks that do share with us. Rose Glad shares with us, and I love it. My friend Dave Knapp shares with us. I love it. Gail Countaway, one of our, actually my co-admin, she shares with us. And I've got some photos to share from her. I'm going to be doing that either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm not sure if I have a video tomorrow. But it's from the weekend, from her nephew Roman's birthday party. It looked like he had a great time. I got stuff to share from her, and I love it. I want you folks to continue sharing with us, absolutely. But at the same time, I'd love to hear from a few folks who've never shared with us. I mean, there's no prereq. You don't have to share with us. We understand privacy in that. But if you'd like to, we'd love to talk about you tomorrow. So why don't you share a little bit about your life, or your hobbies, or your town, your city, your pets? Share anything with us. We want to talk about it. So we had a huge, huge storm come through yesterday. It was quick, but it was intense with hail the size of what we call a loonie, which is our $1 coin. Let's say just a little smaller than a silver dollar, but definitely bigger than a 50-cent piece in the States. I'm just trying to give you like that. Okay? We had intense rain and intense hail. And I got a bit of a video just from outside my front door. And hey, it'll give you an idea of what the front of my place looks like during a monsoon. So I'm going to bring up that right now. It's going to go over my face. That's so I don't have to do any editing later on to put this on TikTok and that. So here we go. And it's going to be loud, but it was loud. I haven't gone out to check to see if our cars are all dented up yet. I think we might have been okay from that, but at least once a year, it seems, Calgary gets hit by an intense hailstorm, and it's still pretty early in the season, and we've got one now. And now, if you want to know something about Calgary, we have more sunny days than any other city in North America. I'm not making that up. It's true. But we do occasionally get these intense, what we call prairie storms. We are just on the edge of the prairie and just on the edge of the Rocky Mountains. So we're in a kind of a weird place. We get some strange weather once in a while. This is what happens in the summer. I think last year we had a hailstorm that cost several $1 billion worth of damage for insurance companies and that. So it's kind of what happens here at times. So yeah, that came through last night. I'm surprised we didn't lose power or anything. There was a little bit of thunder and lightning. I don't think they caught any in that little clip there. And it was done in about 10 minutes. But then we got rain on and off for all night, and it's still raining right now. So on a lighter note, I found some great coffee cups the other day at Goodwill. If you're not familiar with Goodwill, it is a thrift store, charity shop kind of thing. They're a chain, great big stores. And I found these coffee cups that I absolutely loved. And I think they're kind of, they're not off topic because our motto or our logo includes a cow. That's our spokes cow, Dorothy the spokes cow. Well, these coffee cups made me laugh. They're from an ice cream shop in Banff. If you've heard of Banff, Alberta, that's real close to us. The place is called Cows. It's a great ice cream shop, and at the same time, it's also a great candy shop. And they have, their branding and all that. And I picked up these coffee cups. $1.50 a piece, my friends. Got to thank my friend Mitch Laird, one of our mods in the groups, for actually seeing them on the shelf because he was going with me to the thrift shops that day. So I'm going to bring them up. There's 2 coffee cups. I'm going to show you the back of them too. So I love these. Talk about parody. Dr. Moo. Hey! Absolutely love it. That was the first one. And here's your second one. Cow licks. Just one more episode. I love these. I think they're really funny. I don't have room for new coffee cups, but I wanted to pick these ones up. I did a little bit of a video clip with coffee pouring. I'm going to add that to our intro to our videos. I think it's awesome. And this is the back of them. I might as well show off. This is Cows, Banff, Canada. If you've ever been to Banff or heard of Banff, that's in my backyard almost. Almost. It's about an hour and a half away. Great ice cream place too. If you're in Banff, make sure you check them out. I am not affiliated with them whatsoever. This is not an advertisement, but I mean, it's their product. I'm showing it off. I love these coffee cups. I wish I had more room in my cupboard, but I am full. So I'll be giving those away to a friend of mine, I think, probably. I might give it away to one of you folks if you message me and tell me you want it. We could work out something. That'd be kind of neat. So yeah, that was what I picked up just a couple days ago with a friend of mine, my buddy Mitch. And then that was our storm that happened yesterday. And this is me who's tired today, my friends. I just feel awful. I really do. But I also feel awful not giving you a proper video. Speaking of that, I got a new theme song made for today because I wasn't feeling good and it's not a full video. If you didn't give it a listen, go back and listen to the lyrics of that. It's about me not feeling good and not being able to do a good video. I think it's kind of fun. It is AI, and I'm sorry. I don't have a musician or musicians I can tag to get that stuff done at the moment, but I think it's fun. My lyrics, though. Oh, so let's take a look here. What's going on? All right. I told you what time it was. Told you what the date was on this side of the world, and for our friends in Australia, all over Australia, especially in Sydney. But you know what I like to say? I love to say Melbourne. And then I just told you I wasn't feeling good. I know it's 2 days in a row, and I'm so sorry. But I did ask you to share a little bit about your day, about yourself, about your town, your city, your pets, your hobbies, anything. Share something. Do you like? What are your favorite sports? I want to hear about you. I want you to leave a comment on the video, and I want to talk about you tomorrow, but in a good way. And then after that, I shared with you that I think it's a crazy video from yesterday, that storm that came through here. I think it's called a cell. Came through here, blasted everything, made sure that all the apples on our apple tree in the back are going to be just gross this year because the hail. And yeah, that was about it there. I'll have to go out in a little bit and check my car to see if it's dented. Check Wendy's car too. Mine was the black one, the Buick, and Wendy's was the gray Nissan Kicks. In case you're coming over to steal cars, let's get mine, not Wendy's, but black Buick. And then, for that, I also showed you those coffee cups that I picked up the other day in a Goodwill. It's from a place called Cow's Ice Cream in Banff. Check it out if you're ever in Banff. And check out Banff. It's just unbelievably gorgeous. And if you're in Banff, make sure you let me know. I'll come out there and meet up with somebody from the group. I'd do that. I'd do that in a second. But anyways, so yeah, I showed off those coffee cups. And then got to here. And then from here, although I'm not feeling well, I do have them, so I'm going to bring you right to the bad jokes. When I was 15, I asked my dad if I was adopted. He said, not yet, but I'm open to offers. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work. I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. What is a cat's favorite color? Purple. That yelling bad jokes. Bad jokes! I shouldn't do that. It really hurt my throat. But I hope you enjoyed the bad jokes, my friends. All 5 jokes today are from my friend Dave Knapp. That's right, my friend Dave Knapp. Dave sends in the best jokes. I want you to send in your jokes too, because I want to be thanking you for your jokes. That's right. The toughest part of this video is putting together the joke segment. And you could help me out by sending in a joke or two. If you find something funny, send it to me. Send them to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And if I use them, I promise you I'm going to thank you. I always thank people for the jokes. I try not to steal jokes. And if you ever catch me stealing jokes, call me out in the comments, my friends, and I will update the notes. So please send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And if you really want to bring it to that next level, why don't you take a moment and record yourself telling a joke and send that to that same place, jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. I'm wrapping things up. I'm going to ask you a favor, though. I'm going to ask you a few favors real quick. First 2, I ask all the time, and I don't think it's a horrible thing. If you get a chance, please try to make somebody laugh. You just might make their day. And the other thing is, there's another person I want to know is laughing, and that is you. I want to make sure that you're laughing, my friends. You are as important as anybody else. You deserve to be happy, and you deserve to laugh. And we know that sometimes life isn't very funny. Hopefully you can find something that'll make you laugh here if you need it. And if you find something that is particularly funny today and it makes you laugh, even if it's on the group, reshare it, but tag me in it saying, Lee, it's Lee Kempster, this is what made me laugh. And maybe it'll be my featured post tomorrow, but I'll definitely talk about it tomorrow no matter what. I want to know what makes you laugh. I really do. Share it with us, my friends, and tag me. And the other favor, want to know if you want to help us. We got a couple of ways you can help us. One way, which is fantastic, they're both fantastic. Go to our store at store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Take a look at the stuff we've got there. We've got these awesome coffee cups. Look at that. Dorothy saying, well, I thought it was funny. We've got fantastic t-shirts. We've got great hoodies. We got stickers. We got stuff, my friends. check it out. Anything you purchase there is going to go a long way to helping us out. We spend a lot of time on this group fighting for it, just trying to keep it funny, keep it clean, and keep it on Facebook. It's been knocked down a couple of times, and it is a struggle, and it takes hours every day to do it. So if you want to help us out, check out that store. Now, we understand not everybody can afford $20 for a coffee cup or $40 for a hoodie or something like that. That's a lot of money when times are tough. Totally understand it. But a lot of us have pocket change, a couple of bucks here and there. We also have a donation page if you want to help out that way. When I say pocket change, I mean pocket change for as little as $2 Canadian. That's less than $2 American, my friends, if you're in the States and thinking about helping us out. For less than $2 American, for $2 Canadian, you can donate to our PayPal page. That will go a long way to helping us dedicate the time we need to keep this group going. And we do dedicate a lot of time to it, my friends. But it's worth it because you're worth it, and you've made this place the funniest city on the internet. So, folks, if you want to help us out, either check out the store, grab yourself a coffee cup, some stickers, a shirt, a hoodie, to-go cups. You know, we got stuff there. We got stuff. But go check it out. You might find something you like. But if you do want to help out and you don't want to spend that much money, you can donate $2 to us, or $1.65 or $1.67 or whatever it is in the States. It's less than $2, I promise you. And it's definitely, I believe it's less than £1 or just a little over £1 for those folks in the UK, and about €1, I think, maybe less. I'm not sure what €1 is going for right now compared to the Canadian dollar. But either way, it is pocket change for a lot of us. And if you can't afford to help us out any of those ways, don't worry about it. You're helping us out just by being funny and laughing and coming to the group. But if you do want to help us out a little bit more, it would be greatly appreciated, and we will thank you on the video too, my friends. So check out our store or check out our donation page. We've got QR codes up there right now, and we've got a link in the notes if you want to help us out. Thanks for even considering that, my friends. You know, we're here for the funny. We're not here for the money. But it does take a lot of time to keep a group like this going. Well, I am going to wrap up today's video and go lay down, I think. Well, I don't nap very well, but I got to do something because I'm really sorry. I feel awful. But I feel more awful with the fact that I'm leaving you a short video and I take all that time to put a commercial in the middle of it. I'm sorry. It's just things have been kind of catching up lately, and things are starting to steamroll. Need some help. Trying to find it anywhere you can. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about you. Let's go back to something I said at the beginning. 820-some thousand members. People like you. Funny people who want to make people laugh. And you're doing it. Oh my gosh, you're doing it. You're making people laugh. And when you make somebody laugh, you make their day better. When you make thousands of people laugh, just think about that. That is a ton of good you're doing, my friends. So thanks for making the internet a better place. Thanks for making the world a better place. And thanks for making us the funniest city on the internet. I'm going to be here again tomorrow, my friends. And I really hope you're here again tomorrow, too. I'm not taking any of that for granted, though, because life is fleeting, right? Let's laugh. Let's make today a funny day. And then we'll work on tomorrow and make tomorrow a funny day. I'm going to be here again tomorrow. Hopefully you are again tomorrow, too. All the love, my friends.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.